Okay. So, see, in the recent days, W Health Organization, Global Center of Traditional Medicine in India was initiated. Okay. See, traditional medicine. Of course, before this initiation, already Indian government has was continuously encouraging the, traditional medicine in the form of Ayush, AYUSH, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, and Homeopathy. Ayush. Okay. Even few people, even allopathic doctors also said that few traditional drugs, of course, we cannot call them drugs, but few traditional medicines have also worked well to combat the COVID-19. Even one of the director of All India Institute of Medical Sciences also revealed that um, he gave such kind of ideas in the CNBC TV 18, saying that homeopathic medicines are also working well for the COVID-19. Okay, so now even World Health Organization is showing interest to have R&D in our Indian traditional medicine, and it is first such case in the history of WHO. Okay, and India is known for the Ayurveda from time immemorial. Even who is called as father of Ayurveda? Who is called as father of Ayurveda? Kattiga, Dhanvantri. It is said that Dhanvantri was the physician for gods. Make a note of that. Dhanvantri is called as father of Ayurveda. Okay? Yeah. And many slokas of Rig Veda and also Atharvana Veda mentioned about the usage of plants and trees as medicines. Not only Rig Veda, but also in Atharvana Veda. Okay? Yes. Now, take the example of Charvaka. Charvaka. What is the treatise of Charvaka? So Charaka Samhita or Charvaka Samhita. And he was the courtian or court physician of Kanishka, the great king Kanishka. Again, you are having the Sushruta. 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 He is called as father of surgery. And sometimes Charvaka is also called as father of Indian medicine. And Sushruta wrote the Sushruta Samhita, and he was pioneer in the operations. Even there are evidences revealing that he was involved in cataract operations. You know what is cataract? A layer from the eyes will be removed, and even there is evidence of this person involving in a operation of the heart, or maybe arteries and veins, what you will call it as. So, and again, along with Charvaka, along with the Susuka, we are having many people who had great contribution for Ayurveda. And even today also, day by day, the inclination of common people towards the traditional medicine has increased. One reason, one reason is they are having less side effects, maybe 1 or 2% side effects compared to the allopathic medicines, which are having lot of side effects. Okay, yes. Now, even you are having a person called as Vagabhatta. 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 And what is the treatise of Vagabhatta? What is the treatise of Vagabhatta? It is Ashtangridayi Samhita. Ashtangridayi Samhita. Ashtangridayi Samhita. It is how to deal with the concept. Okay, Ashtangridayi Samhita. And even today, this Ayurveda Siddha is widely practiced in Kerala state. Widely practiced in Kerala state. You know, And all the medicines, almost all maximum medicines of these Kerala Ayurveda will follow the formula of Ashtanga Hridayi. Majority, of course, they will also follow Dhanvantri and also other person's formula, but majority they will follow the Ashtanga Hridayi Samhita by Vagbhatta. Okay, they may give match the following in the examination. Who knows? Yeah. Now, the Union Ministry of Ayush. Just now I told you about the full form of Ayush: Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy. And when you come to the Unani, the books of Unani medicine will be in the Arabic. Of course, it is also similar to Ayurveda with different formulas. Okay, I signed the host country agreement with the World Health Organization for setting up a WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine in India. The center will be established at Jamnagar, Gujarat. You have to remember where it is going to be established, and it is first of its kind as far as history of WHO is concerned. No other countries are having such kind of facility. Jamnagar in Gujarat. And Jamnagar in Gujarat is also famous for oil refineries, crude oil refineries. Because Gujarat is having the coast, they will import crude oil from the Western countries, and there it is refined. Jamnagar is also famous for crude oil refineries. Wherever there are, crude oil refineries, there will be allied industries like fertilizers. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now, the temporary office of the center will be at the Institute of Training and Research in Ayurveda in Gujarat. The World Health Organization Global Center will be assisted by an investment of $250 million from the government of India. So, we are contributing. Objective: to realize the potential of traditional medicine. Yes, several times I will tell in your routine classes that garlic is more powerful than any BP tablet, than any cholesterol lowering tablet. But many people will discard the garlic. Okay? And even ginger also, our pepper, all our spices are having the medicinal value. Take the example of turmeric. It is an excellent antibiotic. Okay? Yes. Okay. To realize the potential of traditional medicine from across the world through modern science and technology and improve the overall health of the communities across the world. See, whenever if you are suffering from the dengue, even if you go to the multi-speciality hospital or top-to-top hospital, the first medicine they will prescribe is the papaya concentrate. Is not Ayurveda? Is it allopathic? Made by Cipla or Ranbaxy, that's all. Food, Thai medicine, there is no doubt in it. What we consume will be the medicine. Food, Thai medicine. Why we will put all ingredients in the food? Every ingredient is having its own medicinal value. Every ingredient, including onion, it is having sulfur. That sulfur will not allow the blood to clot. And of course, government wanted to, innovate a onion without sulfur, as because when these women are cutting that onion, so they will get tears in their eyes. And so government wanted to see that these people will not suffer. But it will lose its medicinal value. Okay? Yes. Okay. Significance of the WHO Global Center of Traditional Medicine. The center will be the first and only global center for traditional medicine across the globe. That is very important. How India is attaining its role in the world's development day by day. Okay? Yes. The center will bring far-reaching benefits and reputation to traditional medicine systems around the world. Not only India, but also even they may consider the traditional medicines of other countries also, like China, etc. The initiative will help in providing affordable and reliable health services. Traditional medicine is affordable, and just now I told you it is having very less side effect. Understand? If you want to take penicillin, the doctor will not inject the penicillin at a time. First, he will give you a small dose and he will wait for some time. Later, he will administer the total dose. Okay? Yes. Traditional medicine is one of the main pillars in healthcare systems and plays a key role in maintaining good health and well-being across the world. In the digital era, it is crucial to integrate traditional medicine therapies technologies such as artificial intelligence to make it more accessible. So you have to use the tradition and it has to be hybrided with the technology. Of course, just now I told you, just instead of eating the papaya, you will eat the you will consume the papaya concentrate, tablets, which are having, which are more powerful. Because concentrate will have the more power. Because 70% of papaya will contain the water and 60 or 70%. Whereas concentrate, the required ingredient to increase the platelets in our body. What is dengue? The platelets will fall like anything. If they fall, if they lower like anything, even the patient may sometimes face death. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now this is about the World Health Organization's Research Center at Jamnagar in Gujarat. And again, you have to remember all the names of the Charvaka and Sisuda and also our Vagbatta. Okay, and also father of Ayurveda, that is Dhanvantri. Now, and you know, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana started in course of COVID-19 to extend free rice to many families, and even they have taken decision. They have taken decision to extend the same program for a period of 6 months. The Union Cabinet approved the extension of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana for 6 months, April to September 2022, because still the COVID-19 impact is persisting because of various reasons. The unemployment rate is also high, and nowadays you are facing the problem of inflation, abnormal inflation, not only in India, across the world. Even the Fed has increased their rates, and even they are also resorting for taper tantrum. And as far as India is concerned, just 4 days ago, RBI governor came forward and increased the repo rate by 40 basis points. Okay? Yes. The Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana has been implemented since April 2020. It is regarded as the largest food security program in the world because almost all 70 to 80% of Indian population is under this scheme or enjoying the benefits of this scheme. The scheme is part of Atmanirbhar Bharat that aims to supply free food grains to migrants and the poor who have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Not only migrants, but also poor and also all the people who are having the white cards. The scheme is implemented under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. You have to remember which government scheme is implemented by which ministry. That is very important. Implemented under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. And the program is operated by the Department of Food and Public Distribution. Everything is very important. Yes, because why public distribution? The items are dispatched through the fair price shops. Automatically, Food and Public Distribution department will involve in that activity. Significance of the scheme: the government has spent about rupees 2.60 lakh crore, and another 81 crore will be spent over the 6 months till September 2022, taking the total expenditure under PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana to nearly 3.4 lakh crore, even more than a budget of a state. But social security is very important. If the poor are not having the food, then so they will not participate in the employment, by which our GDP will decline and tax collection of India will also decline. But you know, there are many flaws in the scheme because even the persons who are well-being or well-to-do or who are roaming in the cars, they are also getting the benefit of this scheme. That is the problem with India, because till today we are not having the perfect scale to measure who is below poverty line. Every state is following their own scales of poverty. So finally, I mean, the people who are from well-to-do family are also utilizing this scheme, so depriving the rights of the poor people. If you remove the white cards who are ineligible white cards, then the burden on the government will automatically decrease. But it is a tough task because in India, 90% of business is in informal sector. Nobody knows what is the income of that person. That is the problem in India. Okay? Yes. The extension of the scheme is to ensure that no poor household goes to bed without food during the time of economic recovery post the pandemic. Okay? Yes. Now, Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav. What is the aim of these celebrations? To highlight our traditional culture, heritage and culture. Okay? In the recent days, this was held at, Raja Mahendravaram in the Andhra Pradesh. The 2002 Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav was inaugurated under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It is nothing but 75-year celebration of the independence of India in the Arts College ground, Raja Mahendravaram, Andhra Pradesh by Vishwabhushan Harichandan, the governor of Andhra Pradesh, and Mr. Kishan Reddy, Union Minister for Culture, Tourism, and donor was also part of this launch event. So, in 2015, the first Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav was held. After the first Mahotsav held in 2050 received a positive response from the general public and the media, the organization of this festival on a regular basis was started. Okay, so every year we are doing, and all these are mentioned in our PIB, Press Information Bureau. Daily you will get the information, PIB, which is authentic. There is no need to search all the sites. Press Information Bureau. I will follow that one. And also you are having the business line in the next press, the Hindu. Of course, current affairs is just like swimming in the ocean without boundaries. I cannot cover 100%. Even I may not cover 5% also. Who knows? It is true because whole world is part and parcel of current affairs. And even sometimes they will ask the program of a state. And India, how many states India is having? And again, union territories. If you go on studying the program of each state, then one day you will become a program for a computer. Okay? Yes. Okay. Now, the second leg of RSM 2022. Second leg will be inaugurated, yes, 29th March in, of course, it is also over. And the third leg will be held in Hyderabad from 1st to 3rd April. It is also over. So, just you remember what is the aim of this scheme or program. Rashtriya Sanskriti Mahotsav. Sanskriti means culture. Samskriti. Kriti means act. Sans means good culture. Okay? Yes. Okay. So in recent days, the government has started clean and green village. Clean and green village. When you come to the Gandhian ideology, he used to always say that if a village in India is self-sufficient, automatically India will be self-sufficient. Gandhian philosophy totally centered around the prosperity of the village, including giving powers to the village panchayats, such that they will act like a mini parliament, and even they should have the right to levy their taxes and collect, and they can spend their own taxes for the betterment of that village. So it is having a sort of programs, okay, which aims at sustainable development. And this program is part and parcel of our sustainable development goals. So we are having nearly more than 20 goals or 16 goals. Of course, I could not remember the exact number. Even I told that in our earlier classes. 17 goals. Okay? Yes. Earlier we were having the MDG. Yes. The Ministry of Panchayat Raj has organized a national conference on localization of sustainable development. So localization means at village level. What is meant by sustainable development? Development without harming the future generation. Okay. Goals on clean and green villages as a part of the iconic celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. In order to promote sustainable development goals at the village level with the key intention of cleanliness and hygiene, even we are having the concept of Swachh Bharat also. Cleanliness and hygiene is very important. It will keep away the mankind from many diseases. Can you stay without brushing for 10 days? Anybody in this class? Without bathing for 10 days? Anybody in this class? At least we do. Okay, Nandi. Yes. Yes, 17 are the SDG goals, Nandi. Yes, please remember 17 SDG goals. And even that 17 also having even subcategorization also. Yeah. Okay, cleanliness and hygiene. The Ministry of Panchayat Raj has conducted the national level conference. And in this conference, they have discussed what to do. And you know, nowadays, even the villages are also considered by the excellent infrastructure. If you provide good infrastructure for these villages, the people will not migrate to the urban areas. So nowadays, what is happening? Only urban areas are having the capacity to provide the employment opportunity. They are migrating and causing many demographic problems in the urban areas. Okay, like development of slums and road congestion, house congestion, etc. This program will also serve the purpose of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, forwarding a sense of responsibility towards nation building. It is based on themes such as clean and green village and water sustainable village. In the last classes, we have discussed how fast the groundwaters are depleting because of overexploitation of water. We have discussed because of free power given to the farmers, etc., etc. Rapid industrialization, no proper mechanism for recycling of the used water. So water is very important. Without water, you cannot do anything. So water sustainable village, an overview of green and clean village. So these points, I mean, you can use as fodder points in writing the mains also. And you know, even nowadays, I mean, in the prelims exam also, all the questions are not direct MCQs. They will ask the question in the form of statement. So without having the complete knowledge, you cannot answer that. Earlier, if you know who is the founder of Mughal Empire, over. Now the questions will be, which of the following statements are correct with regard to the founder of Mughal Empire, Babur? Only you know that, and that will be already given in the form of question. Okay? Yes. Okay. The entire concept of clean and green village is based on the development of rural areas by addressing ecological, no harm to ecology. How can you define the ecology? The relation between biotic and abiotic components. It is called as ecology. Abiotic and biotic components. So we are biotic components, but we cannot live without oxygen. Can you people live without oxygen? Not possible. You will be somewhere after 5 or 6 minutes. Yes, ecological. Then economic. Economy is very important. Without self-sufficient economy, nobody can survive. Why you came here? Economic idea only. You want the government job and sustainable on every month you should get the salaries. Economy is very important. And equity issues in the villages. Equity issues. Equality among the caste, among the religions, among the gender, in the same caste, and equal distribution of community resources, etc. The program on establishing green and clean villages aims to transform the rural scenario through community level social regulation, cooperation and proactive participation for a green, clean, toxic free, low carbon, self-reliant, eco-resilient rural India. What is eco-resilient? No harm will be caused if something is altered. No harm to ecology even if we alter something. Means it is ecologically resilient. Like take the example of India. Even after COVID-19 pandemic also, to some extent, Indian economy is resilient. Okay, to some extent, not bad compared to the other countries. Of course, we are not facing any food shortage. Only the problem is with the logistics. It is creating a lot of problem. We are not getting the commodities from the foreign countries because of logistic problem. Other than that, not a great issue. And you know, even there is a good growth in the agri sector. Yes. You know, toxic. Take the example of urban cities like Hyderabad. The atmosphere is full of toxins from vehicular emissions, even lead particulate matters, etc. The initial stages of the program will focus on tree plantation. Target of 33% tree cover, because Indian Forest Law says that, Indian Forest Act says that the geographical, that I mean 33% of geographical area of India should have the forest cover. Now we are having nearly 23-24%. Organic farming. What is organic farming? Putting an end to chemical insecticides, chemical pesticides, chemical fertilizers. So you have to go to the organic manure, vermicompost, compost, or you are having the Jivamruta popularized by Mr. Palekar. That is ZBNF, zero budget natural farming. You have to remember that one, ZBNF. Okay? Yes. Awareness and rapid appraisals for villagers to improve need-based programs. Green and clean villages will also transition towards new and renewable source of energy. Because the non-renewable energy sources are getting exhausted. Coal is getting exhausted. Crude oil reserves are getting exhausted. So you have to switch over to the renewable source of energy like solar, and even all the northeastern states where you cannot lay the power lines, they are supplied with the solar lanterns. Even it will have a provision to charge your cell phone and a small phone and a small fan, because those people are deprived of power supply. Then how they will study? How the children will study? Of course, you people will not study, will sleep, but they will study. Okay? Yes. See, themes specified by the Ministry of Panchayat Raj and other stakeholders. All these points are very important, even to write the mains also. A village free of poverty and with improved livelihoods. Improved livelihoods means the income generation should be more, and even the living place should be pollution free, hazardous free, etc. And a healthy village. Now, India is sometimes called as the diabetic country. And even if you take the example of Hyderabad, they are saying it as a diabetic capital. Everybody is having the diabetes. It should not be the case. A healthy village. What is our old slogan? Health is wealth. But nowadays, no. Wealth is health. Because what they say, if you are having the money, you can go to the corporate hospitals, where even a person who has died will also administer the injections to only just to get the money. Of course, I had seen such kind of cases in the media. What is fact? I don't know. Just I am talking about what it was revealed in the media. Okay? A child-friendly village, that is very important. There should be playgrounds, recreation centers. Okay? Now, a village with enough water, that is very important. A village that is clean and green. A village with self-sufficient infrastructure, roads, etc. And even drainages. A village with good governance. Corruption-free government. Accountable government. And responsible government. All are important. Now, all are lacking. That is what? Yes. Nobody is accountable. Nobody is responsible. Maybe very few are corrupted free and very few. I don't know whether they are existing or not. I don't know. Okay. Village development, that is endangered, means to prosper, and engendered means to achieve, to prosper. Okay. Yes. Yeah. See, next program is Bharat Bhagya Vidata. What this program involves, Bharat Bhagya Vidata. What is the aim of this program? Anybody in the live class? Bharat Bhagya Vidata. So, actually, to encourage the tourism and tourism, okay? Bharat Bhagya Vidata program is being held at Red Fort. Red Fort. Where is Red Fort? Delhi. And who is the founder of Red Fort? Who is the founder of Red Fort? Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan is the founder of the Red Fort. Understand? And what is the actual name of Shah Jahan? What is the actual name of Shah Jahan? Actual name of Shah Jahan. Kurram. Kurram. Kurram was name kept to that person by Akbar, grandfather Akbar. And on what occasion Kurram was awarded the title of Shah Jahan? On what occasion? On what occasion Kurram was given the title of Shah Jahan? Yes, Jagan is correct. Okay. So when Kurram defeated the forces of the Ahmednagar, especially Malik Ambar, he was given the title of Shah Jahan, that is world conqueror. Okay, very nice. Yes, yes, not south, not Deccan, Ahmednagar in particular. Ahmednagar in particular. Okay, and even we have discussed in our routine classes, Nur Jahan will felicitate Kurram and given the title Shah Jahan. Okay, yes, okay. It is a 10-day mega Red Fort festival. The Union Ministry of Culture, along with Red Fort's Monument Mitra, Dalmia Bharat Limited, have conceptualized the mega event as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Bharat Bhagya Vidata program promises a rich cultural treat to visitors and aims to promote heritage conservation and tourism. What is heritage conservation? You have to conserve our heritage like Taj Mahal, our Charminar, our Mecca Masjid, everything. The program is aimed at improving livelihoods of artisans across the country in a culturally and economically sustainable manner by showcasing a variety of authentic arts, crafts, and textiles from across the nation. Means establishing the stalls and the visitors will purchase automatically. The artisans will get the livelihood. Now, actually, nowadays, what happened? The machine made goods have pushed the artisans into miserable life because they cannot see. Take the example of Khadi. Nobody in this Khadi is, nobody in this class is wearing Khadi, including myself today, because these polyesters are durable. So they are losing their, livelihood. Yeah. Now, various art forms, crafts, and textiles on display. Of course, as far as prelims is concerned, you may get such kind of question. Gujarat, Ajrak, Patan Patola, Mashru, Bandhani, and Bujodi handlooms. Why handlooms are taking the back seat? Because these machine-made clothes are more durable. Even they will survive for 20 years also. The person may die, but the cloth will not die. West Bengal, Tangel and Jamdani weaves. Telangana, Ikkat saris. Yes, Ikkat. Andhra Pradesh, Mangalagiri and Uppada Pattu. Etikopaka and Kondapalli ties. Most of these are having the GI tags. Kashmir, Sozni embroidery and paper mache. Nagaland and Assam, Sizami and Saneki. Of course, the remaining thing I am very sorry it is not visible, but I will Study Odisha. Fabrics such as Kotpad, Banda, and Maheshwari. Chanderi. Chanderi is very famous art of Odisha. Dokra, tribal jewelry and Pattachitra art. Yes, Pattachitra art is nothing but a art on the canvas sheet. Like our BTech students will involve in engineering drawing in first year on a chart. The same thing, Pattachitra painting set. Of course, you people even will not remember what you did in the first year because you don't know even which degree you have pursued. You will get confused and ask your neighbor which sort of degree I did. Okay? Yes, my dears. Now, Madhya Pradesh, Bagh prints. Bagh prints. Madhya Pradesh, Bagh prints. Bagh paintings of MP belongs to which period? Very popular question. Bagh paintings of Madhya Pradesh are famous. They belong to which kingdom? Bagh paintings. Anybody? In the online class? Live class? Bagh paintings. Nobody. So all are aspirants and all the time aspirants, never ending aspirants. Bhagwati, not Mauryans. Bagh paintings, you please check it. Gupta period, Ajanta Ellora and Bagh paintings. Understand? Gupta period and even you can find the what sort of painting there? Frescoes. Frescoes. We have discussed in the earlier routine classes. Frescoes. Okay? Yes, yes, no issue. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now, Madhya Pradesh, Bagh prints, Chanderi and Bill Pithora and Gond tribal art paintings. Jharkhand, Tassar silk. Jharkhand is famous for Tassar silk. Okay? This is about the Bharat Bhagya Vijata and Maharashtra, Paichani, Karvat Kati prints, Ekokari items and Varli folk art. We will study this in our culture and Varli folk art. Very near to Bombay area. Rajasthan, Pichwai and Pad paintings. What is the meaning of Pichwari? Means earlier period. Pichwari, earlier period. So all these paintings we have discussed in our UPSC mains classes and which are all mentioned in our NCERT books and also in the Nitin Singhania book. Art and Culture of India by Nitin Singhania. Okay? No issue. Pichai and Pad paintings and Dabu and Leharia, Dasta Ranatambor and Shibori prints, Patwa jewelry and leather crafts and Shamota black pottery. Of course, try to remember few words and you know Madhubani paintings are very famous. It belongs to which states? Yes, Bihar. So Bihar, you remember Madhubani art and embroideries including Sujani. So you try to remember at least the Madhubani, Bihar. 2 or 3 paintings you go on adding because you cannot remember all the 100 types of paintings. Now, next is, of course, I will change this. Tejas skilling project. Yes. What is the aim of Tejas skilling project? Because on June 5th, all of you are going to write the prelims. Many of you, at least few of you. What is the aim of Tejas skilling project, Mr. Jagan? Still, anybody from live class? So, Akila is saying that Teja is a light combat aircraft. So, I thought earlier only somebody will answer in this fashion. It is the reason why I am asking you the question. how far you are preparing for the UPSC prelims. That is just like swimming in the ocean, never-ending process. The preparation of UPSC will end only when you achieve the goal. Until that period, you will be always the aspirant. Yeah, Tejas skilling project is overseas. See, many Indians are residing in foreign countries. Take the example of Dubai. Dubai. So there, our Indian government will extend this. I mean, skills to them such that they will get the better employment, including certificates also. Okay? Yes. Simple and Tejas skilling project. Tejas skilling project was launched by the Union Minister at the Dubai Expo. Tejas skilling project. Training for Emirates jobs and skills. Full form. Training for Emirates jobs and skills. Is a Skill India international project to train Indians abroad, not the missile. Of course, there may be light combat. Okay. The project is aimed to increase the skills, certifications, and overseas employment opportunities for Indians. The main objective of the project is to create pathways to enable the Indian workforce to get equipped for skill and market requirements in United Arab Emirates, because many Indians are living there. They may lose job because of upgradation of technology, because that person is will not will not have any awareness with regard to the modern technology. See, take the example of myself. I cannot operate the cell phone like you people operate. All the time I will take help of these students whenever I face the problem. So whenever there is upgradation in technology, the existing people will lose their employment because they are unaware of that technology. Such kind of unemployment is called a person losing job, lack of technology. What type of unemployment is this? When a person loses a job because of lack of skill or not having the knowledge with regard to the technology. Yes, Bhagavati correct, Rohit correct. Structural unemployment. Of course, many people in front of me also answered in a fair manner. Okay? Okay. Again, Yamunotsav. So once again to clean the Ganga, because Yamuna is largest tributary of Ganga or longest tributary of Ganga. Edi? Yamuna is the longest tributary of Ganga. Largest is Gagra, not Gaggar. Gagra. Several times we have discussed in this class. Okay, very important. Don't get confused. Yes, yes. Yamuna is longest and Gagra is the largest. Very nice. Many people are answering in a fair manner. Okay, okay. Then Yamunotsav, the National Mission for Clean Ganga organized Yamunotsav. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the National Mission for Clean Ganga organized Yamunotsav in collaboration with several NGOs. The program aims to celebrate the glory of Yamuna with a pledge to keep it clean. But you know, day by day, all the rivers in India are getting polluted. Take the example of Hyderabad, that is Musi River, abnormally polluted. Under the Namami Gange program, the focus was on the main stem of Ganga basin, and with the project showing positive results, the focus is now towards cleaning river Yamuna. So Namami Gange, of course, NMCG is providing funds of about 2300 crore for the construction of sewerage infrastructure for river Yamuna, means treatment plants. Sewerage infrastructure means, treatment plants. Now, next is the Aadi Bazar. Aadi Bazar. What is the aim of Aadi Bazar? Aadi Bazar. Same, to promote the tribal culture. See, you know, These tribal people are called as the sons of forest. So of course they will collect the honey, many things including aloe vera and even tamarind. You know tamarind? Okay, many things. But they don't know the exact market value. So mediators will make the money, and these people are exploited by the mediators. So government has initiated many programs like you are having the TriFed, Tribal Federation, and Tribal Cooperative Societies, and government is marketing their produce like in Andhra Pradesh you are having the Andhra Pradesh Girijan Cooperative Society. Their honey, AP Girijan honey is very popular, and all the time you will not get that bottle because of huge demand. And even Ritu soap, aloe vera soap is also very famous. Okay, yes. Aadi Bazar. In line with the series of Aadi Bazars, one more was inaugurated and at Kevadia, Statue of Unity in the Narmada district of Gujarat. Aadi Bazars are aimed at celebrating the spirit of tribal culture and cuisines. Means, I mean, variety of foods. Understand? With less chemicals and only with nature, they will cook the food, not with your artificial additives. Like we make ice cream, 90% we will have the colors which are harmful for our health. These are organized by TriFed, that is Tribal Federation, which works under the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The event will feature an exhibition come sale of tribal handicraft, art, paintings, fabric, jewelry from across the country. The program will help disseminate tribal culture from across the country to a large audience. What is the meaning of disseminate? From one state to other state. Then only it will have market. Now take the example of online education. So easy to disseminate. Even a person who is in remote area of Khammam is also able to see our videos. Okay? Yes. The program will help disseminate tribal culture from across the country to a larger audience. The event will also attract international tourists. TriFed, Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India. TriFed is a statutory body established in 1987. You may get the question, the TriFed is a statutory body, non-statutory body, constitutional body, non-constitutional body. What is the meaning of a statutory body? Madam Asma Jabin, what is meant by a statutory body? See, any organization created by Act of Parliament is called as a statutory body. Act of Parliament. It is called as a statutory body. Okay? Yes. TriFed helps tribal population to manufacture products for national and international markets in a sustainable manner. See, I will tell you how history is cyclical. See, in my childhood days, when I used to visit my grandmother's house, we used to brush our teeth with, of course, we had Colgate paste and even a brush also, but we used to brush our teeth with the neem stick and even other tree stick also. Of course, I don't know what is the just English name of that tree. In Telugu, it is called as Tellavarjap Chettu. Of course, nobody will know Telugu. Neem means everybody know, and even now neem is having medicinable value, and even nowadays the government is promoting the neem coated urea, such that the fertilizer companies will not make money by selling the urea with other brands, because the government will give lot of subsidy for urea. So now what happened? Even our modern shopping malls also selling these sticks. You know, they are selling that sticks, neem stick and that Tellavarjap Kumma stick. Okay, they will give one ad, automatically you people will buy. Of course, that is good for health. So what I mean to say is, again we will go back to the history. What is the social distance? It is hygiene, Andy. Suppose if somebody is facing the problem with cold, if you maintain, social distance, automatically, you will not face that problem because it is contagious disease. Understand? But now it is not possible. Nowadays, abnormal population. If you go to the metro, even you will not have a place to keep your feet also. When the station comes, there is no need to, use your energy to onboard. Somebody will push you. Okay? Yes, my dears. Yes, trifeds help tribal population to manufacture products for national and international markets in a sustainable manner. Trifed is continuing its endeavor in enhancing the livelihoods of tribals of India, no doubt in it. AP Girjan Honey is doing an excellent work along with other corporations also. Okay? Yes. So, కనిపిస్తుందా? Okay. See, a good article everybody should know, which was given in Hindustan Times on 20th April. Of course, excellent article, important for any examination in the country, including state services, central services, etc. So, the inherent benefits of agroforestry. Actually, what is meant by agroforestry? What is meant by agroforestry? So, planting the trees in the fields, normal fields by a farmer, that is called as agroforestry. We will have a lot of benefits. The greenery will be increased. It will try to have the biodiversity and economic importance. The farmer can sell the timber and get the money. Even he may use that timber to make the agricultural implements, because the trees are having lot of value. Their leaves, fruits, and also sometimes roots also, sometimes barks also. Okay, and the next important is they are the carbon sinks. They will absorb the carbon dioxide, these trees, and they will minimize the global warming. That is very important. But when you come to India, India is having farmers who are having the small land holdings, maybe 1 acre or 2 hectares or less than that. So automatically they cannot go for this agroforestry. And again, many farmers don't know where to sell the byproducts of these trees. Now take the example of eucalyptus. 20 years ago, many farmers planted the eucalyptus, but there is no marketing, good market for their leaves. So it is the reason why the farmers are getting discouraged. The government should take proper steps such that every village farmer will involve in this, and automatically their green cover will increase, and even they will absorb the carbon dioxide, and even they will minimize the impact of global warming. Okay? Yes. Of course, I will read every point and you can understand very easily. Climate change is highly likely to have negative consequences for agriculture all over the world. Yes. So because of climate change, you may have the erratic rainfall. Now, see now, since 7 days, the adjoining areas of Hyderabad are facing the problem of heavy rains. What is happening? The paddy crop is subjected to damage. Understand? Of course, as central and state is fighting for the sake of paddy procurement, so Rain God thought that it is better, I will involve in this matter, and he has already involved. Okay? Yeah. So when the farmer's income will reduce because of climate change, then this agroforestry will support him. Okay? All over the world, extreme weather events which are consequences of climate change are likely to reduce overall productivity of agriculture. Here productivity means yield per acre will be decreased. If yield per acre decreases, automatically total production will also decrease. It is a common sense question. Flash floods What is meant by flash floods? We will study that in the disaster management, which we are going to start from the next Monday in our routine classes. Not this Monday, coming Monday, definitely you will have the disaster management. And in between these 5 days, you will complete the remaining Indian geography. What is meant by flash floods? High intense rainfall within short period. That is called as a flash flood. High intense rainfall within fraction of minutes. Flash floods, droughts. You know what is meant by drought? If the average rainfall is less than 50%, then the condition is called as the drought. If the annual rainfall is less than 25%, it is called as severe drought. If the annual rainfall is less than, if it is zero, then it is called as the famine. Of course, this definition was asked in the state services. Yes. Untimely rains, hailstorm, ice pellets, heat waves. Yes, heat waves will also cause damage to crops. There is no doubt in it. And cold waves. Yes, jawar cannot sustain in the cold waves. It is the reason why jawar is not widely grown in North India. To some extent, it is grown in Rajasthan. But remaining Rajasthan, other areas, jawar is not grown because jawar cannot sustain in cold climates for a longer period. Jawar. You know what is the scientific name of jawar? Tell me. Scientific name of jawar. Scientific name of jawar. The topic is over for you in our routine classes. Scientific name of jawar. Yes. Yes, Bhagavati, Deepthi. Sorghum vulgaris. Sorghum. Okay? Yes. No issue. Heat waves and cold waves bringing temperature unsuitable for crops will demand adaptation of agricultural practices to new climatic conditions. There is no doubt in it. If there is extreme hot, automatically we will on our air conditioners. So automatically farmer has to show to the other modes of income, other modes of food security. Now take the example of palm trees. They are trees, but they will give edible oil. Palm oil is edible, part and parcel of food security. Edible oil is also needed because it is a cooking media. Yes, in this context, agroforestry is important for India as well as other developing countries, not only for India, for other developing countries. So you can write what is the use of agroforestry and how the government has to, encourage. Okay, and because of lack of marketing facilities, farmers are discouraged. Okay, what is agroforestry? Agroforestry is a land use system that integrates trees, crops, and animals in a way that is scientifically sound. Strong. Sound means strong. Now take the example of goat. Everybody know goat, sheep. They will consume the leaves of many trees. Yes, these trees will supply fodder for the sheep and goats, which are having lot of economic value. Not only in the form of meat, even the fur of goat is also very important item of economic value. And you know the wool of sheep and the pashmina goat of Kashmir. By using the pashmina goat of Kashmir, by using the fur of the pashmina goat of Kashmir, meher shawls are manufactured, which is having the GI tag. And which item in India for the first time was given GI tag? MSc Maths. We have discussed in the last class which item was given for the first time the GI tag in India. Last class we have discussed. Only one person is answering. Yes, Bhagavati. Darjeeling tea. And it is how you people are studying for your coming examination. All the time aspirants. No question of achievement. Okay, no issue. Yes. It integrates trees and shrubs on farmlands and rural landscapes to enhance productivity, profitability, diversity, and ecosystem sustainability. Diversity is very important. Diversity will minimize the impact of insect attack also. If in a village everybody has sown the cotton, if one field is attacked by the insect, then automatically it will be spread to other. Like you are having the bird flu. If in any poultry farm, if one bird is attacked by bird flu, within seconds, every bird, including, it will have an impact up to 2 or 3 kilometers. Okay, the same case. So you should have the diversified crops. It is a dynamic, ecologically based natural resource management system that through integration of woody perennials. What is the meaning of woody perennials? Continuous crop, that is called as perennial property. Take the example of mango. Every year at certain period you will get the mangoes and our children will eat along with the salt. And forms in the agricultural landscape diversifies and sustain production and build social institution. Economic value, just now I told you, agroforestry is having lot of economic value. Leaves, roots, fiber. Okay, it meets almost half of the country's fuel wood needs. About 2/3 of the small timber demand, 70 to 80% of the plywood requirement. What is plywood requirement? Our hardboard, which you will use in the interiors of our house. Even you are using that pad to keep your books, or sometimes you will use that pad to sleep in the class. That is also made with the wood. Yesterday we have discussed about the paper industry. Softwood is used in the manufacture of paper. Yes, economic value. 60% of the raw material for the paper pulp industry and 9 to 11% of the green fodder needs. Just now I told about the goat and sheep. They will consume the leaves. Why goat is called as poor man's cow? We have discussed in the last classes. Why goat is called as the poor man's cow? Because there is no need of any expenditure to graze the goat. It will eat everything, whatever is found around it. Not selective. Yes. Tree products and tree services also contribute robustly to rural livelihoods. Fruit, fodder, fuel, fiber, everything. And even, very important thing is the leaves will involve in decomposition and create the organic manure. That is also very important, by which the load on the chemical fertilizers will be decreased. Automatically, the input cost for farmer will also be decreased. Yes, income, okay. Fruit, fodder, fuel, fiber, fertilizer and timber, and to food and nutritional security, income generation, and work as insurance against crop failure. Whenever a farmer's crop gets failed, then this will provide some additional income, which is nothing but insurance. So you try to understand the subject practically. You cannot mug up all these things unlike our academics. At least for one day, you will try to remember the subject until you write it on the paper on the next day. And very hardly you will get passed, Andy. No question of a person getting failed in your academics. Okay? Yes. Carbon sequestration, it is nothing but absorption of carbon. Trees, old mines, even ponds, lakes will also absorb the carbon. Automatically, the available carbon in the atmosphere will get reduced and the impact of global warming will also be minimized. Agroforestry or tree-based farming is an established nature-based activity that can aid carbon neutral growth. It enhances tree cover outside forest, works as a surrogate for national forest sequestering carbon. So earlier only forests were used for this purpose. Now even they will also help the forest, or even they will also involve this activity. You know what is meant by surrogate? Like you are having the surrogate mother. It is a burning concept. Even the Indian Parliament has made many laws with regard to, surrogacy. Of course, you people are aware, what is meant by surrogacy. Okay? Yes. Take it. Keep the pressure of national forests and helps increase farmers' income. Lower consumption of fertilizers. Why? Just now I told you, the leaves of these trees can be used as manure after they get decomposed. they will get converted into humus. Okay. Nitrogen fixing. Nitrogen fixing trees grown in the agroforestry system are capable of fixing about 5 to 100 kg nitrogen per hectare per year, one of the most promising components of the agroforest system. The leaf litter after decomposition forms humus, releases nutrients, and improves various soil properties. It also reduces the fertilizer needs. So, multiple benefits you are having with the agroforestry. Okay. Due to lower requirement of chemical fertilizers, agroforestry can supplement organic farming. Ecology friendly. Use of lesser chemicals will also help in mitigating anthropogenic effects on climate. What is anthropogenic effect on climate? See, we people, if you use the abnormal chemical fertilizers, automatically it will harm the ecology. And again, if you go on driving our vehicles, anthropogenic effect, our vehicles are polluting the atmosphere. Even though if you are not having any work also, you will roam on the roads on your bike. What you are doing, Mr. Kranti? Just to time pass, I am roaming on the roads. Yes. Agroforestry helps in soil erosion. Why? The trees will stop the moving, stop the stream velocity. If stream velocity is reduced, the erosive power will decline. So they cannot erode the soil, which we have discussed in our earlier class in soil conservation. If trees stop the moving water, automatically that water will have more time to percolate and no question of soil erosion. And even they will also minimize the floods because less water will be available in the river if there is forest area. Why? The moving water is obstructed, so automatically its velocity will decrease and automatically it will percolate as it is having more time to spend on the forest area. If it is moving at a faster rate, no question of percolation. More water will enter into the nearby river or nearby stream. If it percolates, very less water will enter into the nearby stream or river. You should understand practically. Even you can control the floods also. Even droughts also. They will attract the clouds and cause rainfall. Yes. Agroforestry can also help India meet its international obligations on climate goals. So creating an additional carbon sink of 2.5 to 3 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent through addition forest and tree cover by 2030 and net zero by 2070. So it will absorb the carbon. That is very important point of the agroforestry. Desertification, achieving 26 million hectares of land degradation neutrality by 2030 means even in the desert areas also you can go for the plantations. We have to put an end to the desertification. Better agriculture yields, higher yields of crops have been observed in forest influenced soils than in ordinary soils. Appropriate agroforest systems improve soil physical properties. See, if you improve the soil physical properties, the soil will have more percolation, capacity. If more water percolates into the soil, automatically it can supply the same water to the crops in course of time. So that is the meaning of physical property. Why you will plow the soil just before the first spell of rainfall? For time pass sake, to alter the physical properties, to increase the permeability, to break the top hard surface. Okay. Now, appropriate agroforestry systems improve soil physical properties, maintain soil organic matter and promote nutrient cycling. Nutrient cycling is very important. Now see, just now I told you, the leaves will fall on soil. Again it is converted into urea. Again it will give rise to the leaves. That is the cycle. You are having every cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle, and even hydrological cycle also. We are having many cycles. Agroforestry will also help in generation and promotion of sustainable renewable biomass based energy. We have discussed biomass is nothing but it is a cycle and it leaves to nitrogen, humus, again crops. It is a cycle. How has India responded to agroforestry? In 2014, India became the first country to adopt an agroforestry policy, National Agroforestry Policy (NAP), to promote employment, productivity, and environment conservation. In 2016, under the NAP was launched with nearly 1,000 crore to transform agroforestry into a national effort with the tagline "RAMESHWAR'S paid." Her paid means tree and trees on every field boundary. Okay, see, farmer will have his field planned in this manner. Each part is separated by a raised bund, and even in this raised bund, on this raised bund also you can go for plantation. But the problem is, practical problem, because of these trees, I am telling you practically what happens, because I am also a small farmer. Because of these trees, different birds will come, and these birds will damage the crops, particularly like the jawar. Birds like the jawar seeds at their immature stage or young stage. One thing. Second thing, even insects. Third thing, because of the shadow of these trees, the photosynthesis power of the plant, the crop will be retarded. So automatically, what happens? The farmer will get discouraged. After all, Indian farmer is having the very small land holdings, so he cannot go for this because he is always interested in the more crop. So this is a practical problem. Okay? Because you people don't know what is crop, what is field, what is raised bund, what is water, what is tube well. You people know only what is YouTube, what is Facebook, what is Instagram, what is WhatsApp. But with the help of YouTube only, you can gain lot of knowledge. Okay? Yes. Now, in the 2022-23 Union Budget, the Finance Minister of India announced that the Government of India would promote agroforestry. Issues in adopting agroforestry. Just now I told you the problems, practical problems. Lack of information among farmers. Although agroforestry is not unknown in India, many farmers are not keen to take it up because of a lack of information on tree rotation and also the legal aspects involved in the trade of matured trees. You are having problem with the take trees. Even in your field also, if you are having a take plantation, you cannot cut it without the permission of the forest department, you know. Even you cannot cut many species of trees without the permission of forest department. So why he thinks that why you have to take risk, and you know our officers will always involve in some sort of activities where farmer will not get clearance as early as possible. And what he will do, he will cut the tree and he will finally say that because of heavy rainstorm, the tree has fallen. Okay, it is the one problem. And again I told you, marketing problem also. Many farmers in my hometown have planted eucalyptus, but they don't know where to sell. Nobody is coming there. Ambiguous categorization of agroforestry. Agroforestry has not become the movement it should have. For a long time, the subject fell between the cracks of agriculture and forestry with no ownership by either sector. Forest department is not owning that, agriculture department is not owning that. Means our system is not supporting the farmers. Forest department will say, no, it will come under agriculture. If you go to agriculture department, no, it will come under forestry department. In between, the farmers' interest will be crushed. And you know, India is gifted with large number of organizations, and left-hand organization don't know what right hand is doing. That is the problem in India. If I will become the Prime Minister of India, I will amalgamate all such kind of things. Of course, I will never become, don't worry. The value and position of agroforestry in the national system remains ambiguous and undervalued. It has been disadvantaged by adverse policies and legal bottlenecks, and its adaptation by tenant farmers is constrained due to insecurity of tenure. Yes, in India, most of the farmers are tenant farmers. A tenant farmer cannot resort for plantation in the owner's land because he don't know when he will leave the field, because they are not having the security of tenure. It is only a agreement between the owner and the tenant. It may be for 2 years or 3 years, but this plantation require 4 or 5 years. These trees will have a gestation period of more than 5 years. And why he will take the risk? Because he is not secure that he will stay in that area for the coming year. Okay, these are all practical problems. No need to mug up. Financial constraints. Inadequate investment in the sector is also a cause for neglect. Unlike the credit and no bank will extend loan for the plantation for the farmer. Yes, no bank will extend loan. Only for crops they will give way. Why they will give loan for crops? Because crops are having very less gestation period. Maybe by 60 days or 75 days, 120 days, you will definitely grab the crops. But these plants, they are having a gestation period of 20 years also. After 20 years only, they will give the yield. Take the example of palm tree. After 5 years only, you will get the yield. So how the bank will stay idle for 5 years? Yes. Unlike the credit and insurance products available for the crop sector, the provisions for growing trees and farms are minimal. And even for crops, you are having the insurance facility. Whereas for trees, no question of any insurance. We are having the Pradhan Mantri Varsha Bima Yojana for the crops, but not for trees. Weak marketing infrastructure, absence of price discovery mechanism, and lack of post-harvest processing technologies further compound the situation. Just now I told you the example of eucalyptus. The farmer don't know where he has to sell that. Automatically after a certain period, everything will be over, and finally he will convert the same into the organic manure. That's all. Of course, nowadays even that compost is also having a lot of demand. Small and marginal fields. Yes, our farmers are having small fields, and how they can allocate the land for the agroforestry. Most of the farmers are small and marginal, having small fields, less than 2 hectares in this area. It is economically and spatially agroforestry is unviable. What can be done to promote agroforestry? The sector needs to be institutionally bolstered, like forest department, like agriculture department. They should take the responsibility and encourage them. And marketing facility. See, 60-70% of India's edible oil requirement is fulfilled by the import of palm oil. Though India is having good climatic conditions, suitable climatic conditions to grow the palm trees, but still we are not growing. Why? No guarantee from the government for purchase, and even 5 years gestation period. Who will wait for 5 years? Do people want today notification, tomorrow exam, day after tomorrow posting? Okay? Yes. Financial support should be provided to all small landholders rather than only scheduled caste and scheduled tribe farmers. Protocols need to be developed where smallholders can earn income through carbon trading. You know what is carbon trading? Suppose I am having an industry. I am releasing the carbon into the atmosphere. Okay? So I have to purchase the carbon credits. Then I will go to the farmer and I will purchase 10 trees. And I can say to the government, yes, I am releasing here, my trees are absorbing. So this should be encouraged. But such kind of things will never happen. Good things will never happen. Okay? Carbon credits, there is trade of carbon credits. Undeveloped countries will sell the carbon credits, Yes. Institutional credit with longer funding cycles. Unlike for crops. For crops, you are having only short-term loans. Very hardly 1 year. For 1 year. Here, longer funding cycles, maybe for 5 years, 10 years. Okay? A moratorium on interest means 5 years moratorium on interest. No question of paying interest. Afterwards, you should pay the interest. An insurance product suitable for agroforestry must also be designed. The private sector too should invest in agroforestry, both as a commercial enterprise as well as through the route of CSR, corporate social responsibility. So automatically, the area under agroforestry will increase. Farmer collectives, cooperatives, self-help groups, farmer producer organization must be promoted for building capacity to foster the expansion of tree-based farming and value chain development. Okay, it is possible to target at least 10% of farmland to be covered by trees. But nowadays, what is happening? The existing farmland itself is getting decreased. Why? Because of rapid urbanization. So these are the problems of the agroforestry. Okay, and we will meet at 9:45 for second class. 9:45 for second class. By RAMESHWAR'S, sir. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.